Greetings everyone and welcome to Collector Corps. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to say we are currently, as of recording this, which is months into the past from when this is going to be going up, we are kind of experiencing a bit of a heat wave, and so I do have the window open in the studio. It's too warm without it, so that does mean there will be some background noise. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I'm sorry in advance for that. It's just too hot to be recording without it. So yeah, we're going to be looking at some Fortnite Battle Royale collection. It's been a while since I've done a look at packs, and there's a lot more than this. In fact, I haven't actually counted how many figures there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We're looking at 20 figures from solo, duo, and squad packs. This is going to be a long one, but I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and yeah, we're starting off with the Triage Trooper and Vertex pack and the Fish Stick and Blackheart pack, mostly because, as you can see, I've already taken out 2 of the figures, which I've just put them the wrong way around, but you get the idea. I've already opened these, mostly because these 2 figures I needed for something that I was working on with these figures, and yeah, it was just easier to get them out of the packaging, but I'm going to get the rest of the stuff out of the packaging. These are the American releases, which I do have some fully sealed ones that I'm actually going to look at the packaging for, but yeah, that's why the packaging looks a bit different. And let me just open everything up, and we'll have a look at everything that's including these packs. I'm going to go 2 packs at a time, or something like that, just to speed things up, because last time was a very long video and took a long time to record, so yeah, let's open them up. And getting everything out from left to right, we have Triage Trooper, Vertex, Blackheart, and Fish Stick, which some of these are in alternate styles. Specifically, these 2 are in different styles from their default. But yeah, they're all pretty much just how they are in-game. But yeah, going over Triage Trooper first, very much like a medic look. I like the glasses, honestly. The helmet design is very nice. Overall, the detailing is actually pretty good. There's some very tiny prints for the little plus symbol. Very cool. I like the colour scheme of red and white. Works real well. Nice amount of grey as well, just to break it up. The overall design is pretty basic. This is going to apply to the vast majority of figures, so I'm not going to go over it for everything, but there is no rotation of the head on this one. Arms rotate around on both sides, and then there is waist articulation. There is different articulation, but it's always 3 points. So I'll point out which limbs, but that's basically it. It's all just pins and rotation and stuff, so it's all pretty basic. And yeah, he comes with what I think is a thermal AR. I'm not 100% sure, but some sort of scoped assault rifle. I think it is a thermal. Very cool. Vertex has a grenade launcher, which I'll move out of the way just because it's a nice weapon, but you want to look at the figure. He has some really interesting feet, which are like almost like animal feet. Very interesting. He's like a robot sort of look. Has a back bling, which the only figure out of the 2 to actually get one. And yeah, that's pretty good. I like the design on that, and even removing it, you actually get a decent bit of detail on the back. Very nice. This one has head rotation and then arms. Very nice. Blackheart has arms and then waist, and he comes with a pickaxe with a squid on it, which is very neat. It's kind of like, I'm trying to tell, is that supposed to be an anchor with, oh no, it's cutlass, isn't it, going through, and then I guess it's a chest on a stick. Very cool. He does have a hook, which is an interesting bit of difference. It isn't usable for holding things, unfortunately, unless you hook it onto bits, which is definitely an option, but it's not really what you're meant to do. He's impossible to stand because of his stance and the fact he's got peg leg, so the stance is kind of required for him, which is unfortunate, but not unexpected. The detailing on him is very nice with the whole skull and stuff, and being able to see his ribs, and yeah, overall, colour scheme, really nice. I'm a huge fan of the little bits of green on it, just to highlight things. And it also gives this like undead underwater theme. He does come with a SMG of some type. Very nice. And yeah, he's a pretty cool figure. I quite like him. I wish it was a different version of him. There's a few different styles that I think are a bit better. But yeah, this is a very nice little pirate captain sort of look. Well, zombie pirate captain or ghost pirate captain. Very neat overall. He doesn't want to stay on the stand very well, but it's the only way to get him to stand up. But anyway, that leaves us with Fish Stick, and this is the pirate version of it, the pirate style of Fish Stick, and it looks pretty good. He's in this perpetual saluting form. He does have rotation at the arms and head, there we go. And yeah, his detailing is pretty good. He comes with the Pick Squeak pickaxe, which is very cute. And yeah, I like his details, the little fish flipper things at the feet, the weird, I don't know how to describe that, but weird shape on his legs is very neat. The purple on his gills, the blue on the little bandana piece, the hat, the starfish, that is his eye patch. It's all just a very cool design. But yeah, that's those 2 packs. I'm going to get another 2 packs and we'll just keep working through these. Oh, and I almost forgot, you do actually get a secret weapon with each of these 2 packs, the American style ones. In the Vertex pack, I got a Silent Scar, and then in the Fish Stick one, I got a Silent SMG. So, pretty neat and get extra weapons that are random, I think. And yeah, in terms of this one, I don't think I have a Silent Scar in plain black, so that's actually a pretty nice one to get. Next up, we have the Master Key and Lucky Rider, and what is this one called? I can't quite read it. For Overtaker and Tarot packs. So get them open and see what they're about. And getting all these out from left to right, we have Master Key and Lucky Rider, Overtaker and Tarot. I believe that's correct. I'm not double checking. But yeah, starting with Master Key. This is a very interesting looking skin. A lot of people think the actual outfit itself looks kind of like Naruto, which, I mean, kind of. He comes with this very neat looking green and gold pickaxe, I guess. It's an interesting design. I quite like it. The white on the handle is very nice. The gold accents, very cool. And yeah, he's an interesting looking figure. He's got a little bit of green on the trousers, gold on the boots and stuff. Very interesting. Tiger print on the arms, which is very interesting. Head and arms, articulation. He has like a hoodie on. It's a really odd design. Little bandana, spiky hair. It's a very interesting character design, and I think it's done pretty well in this. I quite like it. Moving on to Lucky Rider. Very much a, I guess, like an Irish-inspired skin. He comes with a gold, I think this is supposed to be a silenced scar, but it is actually a different design to the other silenced scars that I've had, so interesting. That's in full gold, which is also very unique. And yeah, he has plenty of gold on him. He's mostly black, a bit of green. And he comes with a Lucky Clover back bling, which is pretty cool. I quite like that. It has a little gunshot out of it, which is a detail from the game, as far as I'm aware. Overall, very neat. Once again, head and arms, very cool. Overtaker, we have basically the same figure. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is the exact same figure, just in a different plastic. But yeah, details very good. I think they are supposed to be like the same base skin, so it makes sense. In white with black, kind of reminds me of the Stig from Top Gear, or the original Top Gear. Back bling has a little sword in it, very neat little back bling. And removing that, let's just get more details. It's the same figure, really, as Lucky Rider, just in white. I kind of prefer this design to that design, but both of them are a little bit boring. They're just bikers, and yeah, still pretty neat. And then finally we have Tarot, who has this very interesting, very ornate pickaxe, which has a little bit of detailing on the handle as well, a bit of gold. Looks pretty nice, kind of looks like a Chinese temple or something. Very cool. And the skin itself is very wacky. It's got plenty of gold on it, it's got some red, white, this blue, like almost flame effect on the hair. Very interesting. Does have rotation at the head and the arms. And then has a back bling, which has like a Baba Yaga mask. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be. It's Oriental of some description. I'm not familiar with what demon this is supposed to be or whatever. Removing that is pretty plain on the back, one of the most basic on the back. But yeah, still a very well-detailed figure. Has little horns and stuff. I really like this one. And yeah, just quick firing, moving through everything. Let's get on to the other ones. Now, these are the final duo packs I have with the other style packaging, the one that I'm more familiar with. We have Sergeant Jonesy and Carbide, and Mission Specialist and Dark Voyager, which, yeah, I think these 2 packs are the ones I'm least interested in, but let's open them up and see if I change my mind on them. Oh, and I almost forgot, with Lucky Rider, I got this overscoped assault rifle, which has a little bit of detailing on it, pretty nice, and then with the other ones, I got a Silent Scar again, which is the same as the other one. I forgot to mention those, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And once again, from left to right, Carbide, we have Sergeant Jonesy, as they're calling him, but I'll get into that. He's actually a different skin. Mission Specialist, and then Dark Voyager, which Dark Voyager does have weapons I'll get into, but I just wanted to point out the fact he's in a dab pose. But yeah, Carbide, very cool. We've looked at him before, I'm pretty sure. Comes with the same pickaxe he did before and a silenced SMG, so, you know, pretty basic stuff. But he is a decent looking figure, kind of like an armoured superhero type character. Pretty neat, very basic, very plain, but still a nice enough figure, and I'm quite happy with him. Then we have Sergeant Jonesy, or as I think most people would call him, Jonesy the First. Now, this was released when these skins weren't actually available. They were the original Chapter 1 defaults. Then they got released in the item shop, and you can actually just buy this outfit. And, yeah, it got renamed to Jonesy the First. It used to be Sergeant Jonesy, and it got renamed. But, yeah, very basic outfit. Very simple. It's a default, so it's the standard outfit you get. The shotgun that you get, the tac shotgun, very cool weapon. I'm really happy to finally have one of these in this scale. And, yeah, he's a pretty basic figure, and that also is with his pickaxe, where it's literally just a pickaxe. It's the default pickaxe. Pretty neat overall, and, yeah, I quite like this. It's a nice little addition, and, you know, it makes sense to have a few defaults flying around, you know, just getting defeated by all these, you know, skinned players. But still, Mission Specialist, we have an orange astronaut, very cool, has a shotgun, and the same SMG we looked at earlier. And, yeah, he's just an astronaut. He does have a swivel at the waist and then at the arms, which, you know, is a little bit different to some of the other figures. He actually fits perfectly to the stand. Same with Dark Voyager. And, yeah, just a very basic astronaut design. I quite like it. I wish the visor was down, but, you know, I think it's still fine. He's a little bit loose at the waist, which is interesting. But, yeah, still very cool. And then, finally, from this assortment, we have Dark Voyager, who, yeah, is in a dub pose. Now, he comes with two of these hand cannon guns, pistols, whatever you want to call them, which is supposed to be dual pistols. And, yeah, I've seen them plenty of times before, but you do get two of them once again. I'm probably never going to use them with him, though, because he's in a dub pose. Like, that's legitimately what he's doing, or a, firepower. So, look, I'm not really sure what he's supposed to be doing, but yeah, he has head rotation and arm rotation, though this arm doesn't really do much. And he, once again, fits perfectly to the stand, which, is a very interesting aspect. But, yeah, he also has a back bling, which, technically, Mission Specialist should have the same sort of thing, but in orange. But yeah, it's just some sort of backpack with a walkie-talkie on it. Removing that, you get a little bit of detail, but not much. And, yeah, just a pretty basic black suit spaceman. I don't know what else to say about it. Very cool overall. And, yeah, a nice little addition to the collection. Moving on to solo packs, we have the Ace, Sushi Master, Wukong, and Ariel Fret. And, yeah, these are some very interesting figures. They're not exactly skins that I was heavily wanting. They were just ones that I saw and was like, yeah, sure, I'll get them. So let's just open them up and see if there's anything really that special about any of them. And so, from left to right, we have the Ace, Sushi Master, Wukong, and Ariel Specialist, is that? Ariel Fret, sorry. And, yeah, we've looked at one of these stands before with a different character. But yeah, it's a jumping base. It's interesting, but it's not really all that great, especially because it then means that this figure just will not stand under any circumstances. There is a peg for, you know, a stand, a regular stand, but, you know, with the stand that you're getting stuff like this, which is alright, but not exactly ideal. She gets a pistol, which we've seen before, which, you know, it's a bit boring, but she does actually get two, technically, back blings. She gets this satchel piece, which is definitely the thing that matches the most with her. Just goes in like that. Very nice. I like the colour scheme overall. I forgot to mention that, but this is a very nice colour scheme. You do have rotation at the waist and at the arms. And then you also get this little crystal armour. And this is from a specific game mode within the game, kind of like a capture the flag sort of thing, or like, I'm trying to think what the Call of Duty equivalent would be, but basically you collect these llamas, you can take them back to your base, you earn points for having them, stuff like that. Pretty cool, and that does work as a back bling as well if you want. Just goes into the back peg, and yeah, that works pretty well. There is a back bling of this, but specifically this is referencing a game mode, and yeah, pretty cool overall. I'm just not that happy with it being this type of stand. I think it's okay to have these types of stands, but they're just not that special. Next up, we have Sushi Master. Has a really nice katana on a stick sort of thing. But then we get to the actual figure, and I'm sorry, but what is that face? Like, actually, what is that face? It doesn't look anything like the actual, model, the skin in-game. And otherwise, this is a really nice looking skin. It's wearing a bit of Japanese, like, I guess sushi garb, really. It has a nice back bling with, like, a sushi preparation table. Pretty neat. Removing that is pretty plain, but still pretty good. And, overall, it's a pretty good figure, other than just that face is... If I can get this back. I can't pin that back. There we go. This face is so questionable. I don't know. There's something not quite right about it, but still, decent figure to add to the collection. Wukong, Monkey King. He comes with the Zhubang, I think this is actually called, the pickaxe, which is pretty cool. And then he also gets a 50 pot, or a large shield pot, whatever you want to say. Very neat little thing. And then, as for the actual figure himself, he's a very neat little thing. This is, once again, something straight out of, I believe it is Japanese or Chinese folklore. And, very cool. Monkey King. There's a lot of other Monkey Kings throughout media. This one is especially good. I like that the arm isn't fully armoured. The shoulder pads are very nice. This one has arms and hair. No, it doesn't. I know it does have a head. Oh, that wasn't moving for a second there. I've dropped the shield. I've dropped the stand somewhere. But yeah, it's a decent figure. I like the pose. I like the fact that it comes with accessories that are different, especially the 50 pot, the large shield pot. I think that's pretty cool. And that just leaves Ariel Fret, who is doing the L dance. That's what this is. It's the dun 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 dun. I can't remember the song properly, but yeah, it's a pretty toxic emote, but it's still pretty funny to see in this form. You get an SMG, which I've already seen twice before, and he has a pretty decent pose, but it does require him to have a stand. But on the stand, you do actually have the ability to place a little football, and this is just a peg hole holding it on, which is pretty cool. And otherwise it is just a little football you can actually use with the figures, which, if that's something you're interested in, I know there are multiple soccer skins, football skins for me. But yeah, you can get a bunch of those, have a little football game, pretty neat overall. And finally, that leaves us with the squad pack that I mentioned at the start of the video. This comes with Dire, Calamity, DJ Yonder, and Giddy Up. And this one I'm very excited for because it also comes with some pets. I can't wait to open this up, so let's just do it and have a look at what's actually inside. And finally, from left to right, we have Dire, Calamity, Giddy Up, and DJ Yonder. And these are all from the same season of Fortnite, which was Halloween themed, which is why we have a monster, I guess someone dressed up as like a cowboy, someone dressed up as a llama, and then I guess kind of like a marshmallow type or a dead mouse type DJ character, which is also dressed as an animal. Let's start with Tyra, as we have been doing, and this is just a werewolf. A pretty cool werewolf, I will say. He's got a little leather jacket on, ripped jeans, little spiky gauntlet on, a glove which looks like it should be fingerless but isn't, and then he has a katana on his back, which does connect with the fact he is wearing a bandana. Very neat little thing, plain on the back if you take off the back bling, but yeah, overall a pretty cool little basic werewolf figure, very nice. Calamity is a cowboy, whatever you want to say, wearing a nice trench coat, a little bandolier or whatever you want to call that, over the shoulder, pink hair, cowboy hat in black with a nice little ball detail. Comes with a dual barrel shotgun, very neat. And it's pretty basic, but does have a nice shelf presence or collection presence, I suppose. Very neat little figure, very cool. Then we have Giddy Up, who looks great. This is also supposed to be a default, just like Jonesy, except for this one is obviously riding a little llama. And he comes with a burst assault rifle and a silenced pistol. Very neat. He has rotation at the head and arms, just in case you're wondering. Very cool how he has the fake legs at the front and then also the real legs that have a bit of grass detailing. Very cool design, little tail on the llama. Very neat. I could imagine people actually wearing something like this in real life, which is kind of fun to think about, but yeah, very nice figure. And then we have DJ Yonder, who is, doing a bit of DJing right now. He's listening to music in his headphones, he's, scratching a record or whatever. Very colourful outfit, pink shoes, light greyish blue trousers with some colour on them. You've got like some music detailing with colours. The head is very interesting. It is rotation at the head and arms. Very neat. I like the antenna bit at the front. It's very... it's not really Dead Mouse. It's more... Is it... Oh, the two robots. I can never remember the names of them. Daft Punk, I think. Very much that sort of aesthetic. Very cool little look. He comes with a regular assault rifle. If you take that off, pretty plain on the back. You do see that he has a hoodie and some straps around his arms, which I assume would just be for back blings and stuff. Pretty neat overall. I like that. And then, as I say, they come with 3 little pets, which I've just dropped one. I'll get to that in a second. We have a dog. I don't remember the names of any of these, unfortunately, though I do have them all in game. Little dog. Doesn't quite look accurate. It looks a bit more Disney in the actual game, but still pretty neat. I like it. We have a chameleon, which actually does look pretty accurate. I like that. I like the little badge on there. That's a pretty neat little feature. I just hit the camera, sorry about that. But yeah, this is a very neat little thing. Just pegs on like a back bling. I've dropped the thing again. I'm just going to quickly grab the other one and I'll be back. And yeah, finally grabbing it. We also have a little dragon, and something I found out because of the dragon being fallen on the floor, you can actually remove them. They're just pegged in, which does mean that they can fit... sorry, Lucky Rider, you can stand off for a second. They can fit onto the stands. Pretty neat if you're wanting them on that. If you have the play sets, it also works with those pegs. Very neat little feature. That is the case for all of them, which quickly I'll just put this back in its little box. But yeah, you can actually pull them all off. Pretty neat. Including the chameleon, which is pretty interesting. Though he doesn't really want to come out. But yeah, he comes out. It doesn't really work as well, but yeah, he does come out if that's something that interests you. And as I say, these just work as back blings. Just peg in, and they all do the exact same thing, because they're all the exact same base mold, just in different colours. And yeah, that works pretty well for me. I'm a real fan of these. I really like the cat one, which unfortunately isn't represented here. But yeah, they're pretty neat little things, and a nice little accessory to go along with everything else. And here we have everything from today's video, basically. All 20, I think. I think that's how many there is of these figures. There's such a variety here. I mean, just looking at this, there's not a single character that looks the same, even the ones that share the same molds. And I think that's just something really cool about these figures. There's a lot of variety, even with the accessories. You know, you've got gold guns here, you've got a grenade launcher, you've got, you know, some sort of weird pickaxe, and you've got silenced scar, and all this different stuff. The SMGs, the different shotguns. In fact, you know, the one that Jonesy's holding is pretty unique as well. There's a lot of really cool weapons in this, and, you know, it allows for a lot of cool displays. The different stands, as much as I kind of complain about them, are really much appreciated. And yeah, the fact that they all come with a stand, I didn't really go over it because I've gone over it in previous videos about them. But yeah, the stands are just pretty basic. They have a V, which stands for V-Bucks or VTech, or not VTech. There's a company within Fortnite that has a V in its name or something. I can't remember the actual name of it. But yeah, it's just a little V symbol, kind of like a V-Buck, which is the virtual coin. Yeah, pretty neat overall, and they all come with them, unless, well, Ace is the only one from this lot that does, but yeah, some of them come with the alternate stands, but they all have the little V at the bottom, so there's consistency there, even if they are different colours. But yeah, that is everything for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe if you're new around here, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. I get a new review out every Tuesday and Friday, and if you subscribe, you'll see them every time I upload them. So yeah, I hope the noise in the background wasn't too much. Thanks for watching anyway, and I'll see you next time. Bye!